Y'all, I must have been best girl last year because Santa hooked it up. Okay?
Spirit God!
Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Your bald-headed senpai here, and it is my December/Christmas haul. And it's big, and it's a lot of different stuff, and it's kind of all over the place, so it's not going to be as chaotic as that one super chaotic haul was a couple months ago, but it's going to be like chaotic. Kind of. Some stuff I didn't want to take out of the boxes all the way yet, so there's like some series that are split up all over the place. I think what I'm going to try and do is try and show you guys what I got based off of where I got it from, if that makes sense. It does in my head. I don't know. Strap in, because this might be wild. I kind of don't even know where to start. Okay, I'm just, yeah, no, this is gonna be kind of hard. There's so much stuff, you guys can't see it, but I'm probably gonna start with just what's closest for me to grab and then just make space. I don't know, we're just flying off the seat of our pants right now. Okay, cool. So first off, we're gonna start off with some figures, figure Funkos, yeah. I have a lot of Funkos, and when I say a lot of Funkos, I mean like some people have like thousands of Funkos, and that's a lot, so I don't have that many, but I do have more than I really have space for at the moment. So like the only ones that I was looking for were the Hunter x Hunter ones, and a couple of the special like My Hero ones, but other than that, I'm kind of taking a break from the Funko game, okay? But definitely the Hunter x Hunter ones were some that I have absolutely been looking for. So I got Gon, and I got Killua, this really cool metallic Todoroki. Great. So those are for my mom. For my sister, she got me Pokemon Pearl and Pokemon Sword. I don't know why I said sword like that. And then the new Pokemon Acrylic, I don't know how you say it. I have that one on pre-order. It's coming out at the end of January, and I'm super excited. So I am all Pokemon'd up. Oh yeah, still don't have space. Okay. Continuing on with the Pokemon theme, she also got me this super cool Cyndaquil terrarium in a Pokeball. And if you guys watch my Secret Santa unboxing video from the Manga Sloth, he bought me something that was Cyndaquil also, and you guys probably heard that long rant. And if you haven't watched it, you should definitely go back and watch that, because that rant is honestly amazing. Like, I should get an Oscar for it. But yeah, Cyndaquil is my favorite Pokemon, so I'm really happy to finally have some more Cyndaquil stuff, because I really feel like there simply is not enough. Yes. So my mother, God bless her soul, got me the YuYu Hakusho steelbooks. Just let me have a moment. Y'all, I love YuYu Hakusho so much. Like, I really should have named this channel YuYu Hakusho Simp. When I first started watching YuYu Hakusho on Toonami, I was legit taking like family home videos and recording the episodes on top of that. I'm not even kidding. I know that the steelbooks came out ages ago, and I was just like, oh, I'm gonna get them, I'm gonna get them, I'm gonna get them. And so finally, my mother got them for me. Volume 1, it's got the really cool like obi strip with the thing on the back. And then, these are cool, it's taped on the back, but they come with art prints. So that's what the back cover looks like. And the art prints are just the covers from the front, but I think what I'm gonna do with these is I'm gonna get one of those like family collage boards, and I think I'm gonna put all the prints in there and just hang it up in my room somewhere, because they're really cool. And anything YuYu Hakusho that I have, I need to see it. It needs to be displayed. No questions, no disputes. It is what it is. Season 2 with Hiei on it, Season 3 with Best Boy Kuwabara, and Season 4 with Kurama. Yeah, like, I am super happy to have these. And I don't know, next year when they come out with the whole thing on like 4K Blu-ray box set with, I don't know, a strand of Urameshi's hair, I'm gonna buy that too. But yes, thank you, Mama. And I can't wait, because it's gonna give me another chance to rewatch it all over again. I think I probably rewatch YuYu Hakusho in its entirety at least once every 2 years, but no matter what, every year I go and I rewatch the Dark Tournament. which usually ends up to me watching the Sensui arc, because they're honestly just some of the best like storylines, plot lines in all of just history. And no, that's not an exaggeration, it's the truth. Yeah, there's manga that needs to be opened. So my sister ended up getting me a series that I've seen so much, people have been raving about it, and I've been really wanting to try it out, but I just like never got around to picking it up. You'll see that that's a very common theme with me in manga. But that is Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. The artwork is just so cute, so stunning, and just so like, I don't need to elaborate. Y'all know what the deal is with Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. So I got 2, 3. These covers are to die for. 4, 5, 6, and 11. So I have a couple that I need to fill in that have just been out of stock for a bit, but I am definitely going to be picking those up. Super happy to have these. Let me see. Next, I have a stack of stuff. Is that what this is? Yeah. Okay, so this is a stack of stuff that I had picked up, I think early December. My local comic book shop was having a really cool sale. I ended up picking up a couple things from them. A series called The Antique Gift Shop, and it is a manhwa, so Korean manga. And basically, it's about like these antiques in this, you guessed it, antique shop. Wow! And they like come alive, have power, something, supernatural shenanigans. You know how I am with supernatural shenanigans and shenanigans in general. I really like the style of the art look, so I'm really excited to try that. So I got volume 1, and they had volume 3 on sale, so I picked that up too. Also, okay, so I actually don't know where the first volume is, so just imagine the first volume. And then the second volume of Yowamushi Pedal. So if you guys follow Tsukki Notes, which I'm pretty sure all of us do, she is like the absolute queen of Yowamushi Pedal. And it's her favorite series. She talks about it all the time. And there's so many people in the community that she has just like convinced us all to read it. So I finally got around to picking it up. A couple of the volumes are going out of print right now, so I know like volume 3 is like the really big elusive one to find, which I'll get to it when I get to it. But I got volume 2, volume 4. Just look at that thigh muscle. Like, it just makes me want to take a cycling class. Volume 5 and volume 10. And I was actually really surprised to see volume 10 and 5, because those are the ones that are kind of sort of on the verge, on the cusp of going out of print again as well. So I was really happy to find those, didn't have to pay an astronomical fee for them, and I am ready to start Yowamushi Pedal. So yes. Y'all, that Barnes & Noble's 50% off hardcover sale was crazy. I did end up picking up a couple of things from that, and they are Fist of the North Star Volume 1 and Volume 2. So I honestly had no interest in this series when it first came out. I think I watched the anime a really long time ago, because I remember the dude that got shot in the chest, like 50 Cent. Like, I remembered him, and I think the only thing that I really liked about the anime was the music. So yeah. But I have recently, like within the past month, gotten into JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I know that this kind of preceded at least like the style and art and kind of all other kinds of things. So I decided for 50% off, I am gonna try it. And now that I can actually say I like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, I definitely am feeling more hopeful about trying this series. Speaking of JoJo's, I got JoJo's Battle Tendency Volume 4. I'm gonna have to do a whole video on just my journey with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, because I've literally been trying to watch that show for like 4 years now, and I could not get past the first 3 episodes. And I know everybody is like, well, you have to get past the first 3 episodes and then it gets good. You have to get past like the first 15 and then it gets interesting. And then once you get past the first season, it gets good. So far, Joseph Joestar has, I mean, that's Cars, but whatever. Joseph Joestar has been my favorite JoJo. I know a lot of people like Jotaro and a lot of people like Josuke, but Joseph's where it's at. Okay, boys wearing crop tops, like bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Guys, it's about to be your hot boy summer soon. Just rock the crop top. Just do it. Do it for the culture. But yeah, so there was like all the other JoJo's and they only had one of Battle Tendency, so I had to pick it up. I'll get to the other ones later, but so far, Battle Tendency, Joseph Joestar, Lisa Lisa, you love it. At least I did. And then another series that I waited until a really long time to finally get into, which is actually my brother's favorite series, which is why I ended up watching it finally. Fullmetal Alchemist. Finished watching Brotherhood for the first time. GeminiManga. Now that I have officially seen Fullmetal Alchemist, you can take me off your FMA shame list, okay? Just take me off of there. I watched it. I liked it, okay? And it was pretty good. I picked up volume 1 and I picked up volume 13 because Olivier, my beloved, step on me, please. So yeah, she's my absolute favorite character from the series. I also ended up picking up Vinland Saga 2. This was out of stock for a bit, so I was really happy to find it. Next, this was a series that I've been wanting to get, but I also couldn't bring myself to spend like $30 on it. But again, for $15, yes. So I ended up getting, which one is this? Cardcaptor Sakura. I know that there's like the clear card ones, I think. I don't know. So I got volume 6, volume 7, and volume 9. Y'all, let me tell you, it has the exclusive cloud card thing in there, and I opened one up. This is not a cloud card, okay? It's not. I've seen better cloud cards on Etsy. So misleading. Like, it's not even like cloud cards are like this big. I don't know. I was just like, okay, so y'all lied about that. But I'm really happy to have it. I don't think I've ever actually finished watching Cardcaptor, and I've definitely never read the series, so I'm really excited to kind of experience it at its most complete, fullest. I think Cardcaptor was probably one of the first series that I realized, like, when anime gets bought over to the US, they like dwindle down and change so much of the content. Like, that was the first series that I remember thinking like, what are you doing? So yeah, I'm really excited to finally experience like it in its totality. Yeah, so that's what I got from the Barnes & Noble's 50% off deal. Another great deal that happened this past couple of months was this website called Quirkies, and I never ordered anything from there, but if you guys follow the Reddit manga deals page, I've seen some people talking about it, and every once in a while they have really cool sales, so I figured I would try it out because it was like buy 2 get 3 free or buy 3 get 2 free, and free is me, y'all. Okay, so I ended up picking up the entire minus 1 because I think that one hadn't come out yet, but the entire series of Sailor Moon in the Eternal editions. So I got one. Just look like it's holographic. The like flaps, the quality of the paper is so good. It's huge. I'm in awe. So like 2, 3, 4 with my favorite Sailor Scout, Sailor Jupiter. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then it's kind of like number 11, but then it's kind of like its own spinoff with the Sailor V. So yeah, all in all, I was super excited. Let me move this now. Okay, so I love Sailor Moon. I grew up watching it. I don't necessarily think it was my first anime ever, but it's definitely one of like the early 5 that I remember watching. And Abbey had a really great video about how she had never seen Sailor Moon before, and so it was like her first time watching it as an adult and just like getting into the whole series and the whole magical girl thing. So I'm gonna put a link for that in the description because that video is so amazing, and it's like watching somebody experience Sailor Moon for the first time absolutely made me feel like I was experiencing Sailor Moon for the first time again, and it was just, it's amazing. Wow, that's not even like half of what I have yet. So then I just got like some more regular stuff, I guess. Jujutsu Kaisen volume 13, Chainsaw Man Volume 8. We don't need to talk about those two series because you already know what's up. No Guns Life. I think it's about this guy who obviously has a gun for a head. So that's interesting. I honestly kind of don't know anything else about that. So it's a cover buy for sure. Ended up grabbing Oku Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, and Volume 4. So this was a series that I heard about from Kir over at Kir and Tommy's Manga. Yeah, so there's this disease and it basically wipes out like a huge portion of the male species. Male population, that's what I meant. Male species. I really tried it, huh? Okay. So the women end up taking on all of the traditional male roles. So it's basically a whole gender swap. And the inner chambers refers to the emperor and the inner workings of like their harem thing. But it's like, instead of like the emperor being a dude and having a harem full of like women, it's a female emperor and she's got like 1,000, not 1,000, she's like 300, but she's got like a harem full of dudes, which, you know, keep them on rotation. So I really like the art. The only thing that is kind of hard to get through with this series is, instead of writing the titles and honorifics of the people that you encounter in Japanese, it reads like old Shakespeare. It's not terrible, and by the end of the first volume going into the second, I could kind of like ignore it, but it's just jarring. So let me see. Yeah, I can't read that to you, not with a straight face at least. Okay, here we go. That is not a matter for thee to worry thyself about. I shall find a suitable young man for Shino soon enough, have no fear. But how, mother, when we have not any money for the brothel gifts? No, that's betrothal, sorry. For the betrothal gifts, we must present his family. Do not trouble ye self with my fate. I may not be able to take a husband, but I expect we have enough savings to pay a son from a proper family to give me, his seed. Quiet. Not even in jest or conjecture should the daughter of a Hamato speak so immodestly. I don't know. It was just kind of something I had to get used to while I was reading. And because I like took theater in school and I like had to read and study Shakespeare, it feels very, very, very much so like, I'm reading Shakespeare. Once you wrap your head around it, it's fine. It's a really cool, interesting story. I don't think it's something for everybody, so I'm not necessarily gonna recommend it, but I've definitely been enjoying reading it thus far. So yeah. And then I got Kaiju number, is it? Okay, I was about to say Kaiju 8. Kaiju number 8. Anything with Kaiju, anything with giant monsters, like, I'm down. Down like 4 flat tires. Yakuza Lover Volume 3. GTO Volume 12, 13, and 14. These are the early years series. So I think it was like when Onizuka was a delinquent, so I'm really excited to get those. So far, none of them I've had to pay like more than retail from. Like, these were just literally at my comic book shop and I was like, great. The Demon Slayer box set, and I am super happy about it. Yay! I know a lot of people were doing like their whole unboxing thing, so I'm not gonna do it again for you because you've probably already seen about 50 of them, because I've seen about 50 of them. But yeah, I am super happy to have this and read it, especially now that we're watching the Shibuya arc. Look at it, look at it. Yeah, so I actually ended up reading to Volume 12 digitally. So I'm kind of caught between starting the whole series over, since I have physical copies now, or if I just want to start from Volume 12 and then just keep going. And then at some point in time, reread the whole thing. I am super happy. I want to say that this is like my first box set, but I do have the Ryuko one, but it's only 2 volumes, so it doesn't really feel like a grown-up big kid box set. This is a big kid, adult, grown-up person box set. So I am very happy to have this. This was, the stack of stuff here was a present from my wonderful best friend, GeminiManga. So GeminiManga, myself, and Bookvybez all came together to like have the Secret Santa thing or like come up with the idea. And so GeminiManga was the one who created the list that you've seen. If you've watched any of the videos, you've seen people kind of talking about. And after that, since he created the list, he kind of unofficially became the person who was in charge of like choosing the Secret Santas and doing the raffle thing, however he chose them, and then sending all the information out to people. We had a weird, like, uneven number or something like that, so he couldn't participate, and by the time he was like facilitating everything, it was kind of like, okay, I'm not going to participate anyway, because he knew everybody was getting and who, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so I had something that I was going to send to him already, so I figured that I would just go ahead and be his unofficial Secret Santa, or his unsecret Secret Santa, as we have been calling it. So he sent me a box and I sent him a box, and this is all the stuff that he sent me. So he sent me Radiant Volume 1, which I have been wanting to try because I think I watched a couple episodes of the anime and I really liked it, and then I found out it was a manga, so I wanted to read it. So it's so pretty, it's so fantastical, and it kind of reminds me of Fairy Tail, but it still has its own unique look to it. So yeah, this was the first read of 2022 for me, and it did not disappoint. So now I just have to like grab the next ones and keep going. And I think this is something that we're going to end up buddy reading, because I think he's only up to volume 2 or 3. So I'm going to catch up and then we're going to keep going. But yeah, this was absolutely amazing. And then, because we're both into comics, although I've been out of comics for like 4 years, I'm just kind of starting to get back, but he also got me the first trade back of Paper Girls. So this was actually one of the series that before I stopped collecting comics individually and as trades, that I was really into. It's by Brian K. Vaughan, that's his name, right? Yeah, I think so. You probably know him as the guy who did Saga, but I read it a really long time ago, and I don't remember anything about it at this point, minus the fact that I think it's like sci-fi teenage girl shenanigans. So we're gonna be reading this one because he's never read it, but he's been wanting to. So I am super happy to have this and then to go back and re-experience it, because I remembered liking it. I can't really remember like anything other than that. Next, he ended up getting me a Godzilla trade paperback, which is so great because I don't have any Godzilla comics at all, which is a shame, but I can start with this one. The art is so cool. Like, I just want a poster of that. Godzilla got like tiggle bitties, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I am super excited to read this. I love Godzilla, if you couldn't tell by my Godzilla stuff. Something else was Soul Leveling Volume 3. So I know that people have been talking about this forever, and I just decided to get like on the bandwagon super late, and the first 2 volumes are out of stock like everywhere. So I finally was able to order them. You'll see them in like another part of this haul. So he ended up buying me the 3rd volume, which is the one that I hadn't picked up yet. So I am super excited to start reading Soul Leveling because I've literally heard nothing but great things about it. And then, oh, and it also came with this really card. I had it in one of the other books that he got me. So it's Kiki's Delivery Service, and I'm probably gonna put that in my card stash. Last year, I ended up reading this series called Gangsta. It's in one of the many reading wrap-ups that I have recorded, but I never got around to editing it. Sorry. I will try to maybe still get like last year's reading logs out this year, maybe, I don't know. But I ended up reading it and I ended up really liking it, and so I told GeminiManga that he should read it, and he did, and then we both ended up really liking it together. And then we found out that there was not necessarily a spinoff, but a prequel kind of for one of the characters. So he bought the series for him, and then he bought me a set so that we could also buddy read these guys. So yes, it's Gangsta Cursed Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, Volume 4, Volume 5. Literally, Gangsta was one of like my favorite reads of last year, and it's on hiatus and it has been for a while. So I think there's only 8 volumes that are currently out, and I think a couple of them are sometimes kind of hard to get, like they go out of stock for like a really long time. But it was just a great series. Like, the artwork was great, the action was great, the world building was absolutely phenomenal. There's definitely a lot of like age appropriate things going on there and a lot of triggering content. So if you end up thinking you're gonna try it out, like definitely just look into it a little bit more. But absolutely one of my favorite reads of last year. The prequel story about one of the characters, I'm pretty sure that it's finished at 5 volumes, so super excited for us to get to read that. Okay, so yeah, so that was from GeminiManga, and he also sent me this really lovely candle, which I have like half of it left by my bedside, and then he sent me a car diffuser, which is great. And yeah, so I can't show you either of those because they are currently in use, but yes, so thank you so much, GeminiManga. We are great Unsecret Secret Santas. Faux show. I've kind of gone through all the manga that was on my table, so we're gonna take a break and I'm gonna show you some other cool things that I ended up getting. I love art prints and posters of all kinds of different stuff, like anime related, movie related, all that great good stuff. So for Christmas, my brother got me one of these still plates of Olivier, who is my favorite character, as I mentioned, to kind of commemorate us watching his favorite anime show together. And it's funny because I got him a Fullmetal Alchemist print to commemorate our watching it too. So we kind of like gave each other like similar gifts, and it was really great. But yeah, Olivier, I love you so much. I love you forever. You can't see it, but I'm just looking at Olivier. Love you, boo. Hartless Weeb, who has one of the best like room filming setups ever. Like every time I watch one of his videos, I just love like all of the prints, all the figures back there. It's like room goals for sure. He is also a person who likes prints, who likes posters, and he knows I love those and Godzilla. So he gifted me with this super cool, amazing Godzilla print, and it's like on this really cool kind of parchment rice paper. And I just, I can't wait to find a frame for it. I think I'm gonna have to get like a custom one, because so far all of my printed frames have different like styles, different colors, I think, except for like 2, because I always try to get them to match the print. So I really want to get a really nice orange frame for this guy. Yes, thank you so much, Hartless Weeb. It's like absolutely amazing. I love Godzilla so much and I love Prince so much, so it's like best of both worlds. Y'all want to see it again? Okay, like just look at that, just look at that. And like the camera isn't picking up like the colors, but it's so vibrant. Okay, so finishing up with some more art prints, I ended up getting this print of Rengoku because he's best boy. The colors, just look at it, it pops so good. I got a golden Kamui one. I ended up getting this really cool Kaiji print. Have I read Kaiji yet? No. Am I gonna get around to reading it? Yes. But until then, I'm just gonna trust that I love Kaiji enough to buy a print of it. But I'm gonna love Kaiji. I feel it in my soul. I just look at his face. He is so stressed. So from that same creator, I ended up getting this really cool JoJo print. Finally, I got a really cool print that is not anime related, but I'm going to show you anyway because it's beautiful. And this is just a print from one of my favorite like D-rated horror sci-fi movies called Reanimator. And there's also some memo pads that I bought. If you have not seen Reanimator, watch it, but like take it with a grain of salt. So some more Christmas stuff that's not manga but kind of sort of related is my Return of Godzilla soundtrack from Mondo. It has a really cool gatefold. When you open it, it's a pop-up. And then the color is this clear blue-white metallic thing. So then second, we have Godzilla vs. Destroya, also from Mondo. Really cool gatefold that doesn't pop up, but let's see if it picks up. Okay, technical difficulties, give me a second. Godzilla, make the noise. Just one more time, Godzilla, please. Godzilla, are you really not gonna do it? Okay, so it's not doing it for me right now, but at first when you like opened it or took off the obi strip, there's a little thing right there, and Godzilla, you press it and then Godzilla would roar. But Godzilla doesn't feel like roaring right now because he's shy, so think this one was pink and white, like magenta kind of marble. So that's cool. Godzilla, are you sure you don't want to roar for the camera? And it scared the crap out of me because I didn't know that that was like a feature that was going to be on it, but leave it to Mondo to do something like that. There we go. Yeah, it was worth waiting for. Also ended up picking up some J-pop, J-rock, so I ended up getting Bandmade. This is their album World Domination. Lyrics right there. It's just on black, so you guys don't need to see that. And then I also picked up their other album, Just Bring It. Lyrics on there. And this one is on black as well. And then finally, this has got to be probably my top 3 most coveted album buys of the year. And that is going to be the Demon Slayer soundtrack. The animation from Demon Slayer is really good, and I think that's what makes the show so popular. But also the music is so amazing. Like, I really want them to release the soundtrack for Mugen Train on vinyl as well. And hopefully they do it for the 2nd season, because the 2nd season soundtrack also slaps. But yes, it is absolutely amazing. It comes with this huge... and then it folds out like 3 more times. And it's basically just the cover, but it's just so stunning, and I'm pretty sure I'm probably gonna frame it and put it up. But yeah, it's just on black, and that's what the inside of the gatefold looks like. But coolest thing is that it's embossed. Sensory overload, I love it. So yes, this is literally, as far as all the albums that I bought this year, which I would say that this ties with my Godzilla as far as just like most coveted, most wanted album purchases of the year. So I am super happy to have this one. This was from my mom. All right, so the last stuff is stuff that I ended up buying from the Bright Stuff sale, even though some of it wasn't actually on sale. So basically what I did is I told everybody that for Christmas I wanted manga, and I gave a list of specific series, and then pretty much everybody was like, yeah, that's a lot and very specific. So they just gave me money to buy the series that I wanted, and then I just had to wrap them and put them under the tree, which was perfectly fine. So like, I bought these during the sale, but they were bought for me from loved ones. I ended up picking up Apothecary. That's not how you say apothecary dies. That's a really hard word to say. Okay. Apothecary Diaries. Volume 1. It's volume 3. Okay, don't look at that. Volume 2. Now, volume 3. I got Noragami, volume 3, 4, and 5. Here is my first volume of Solo Leveling. Everything's out of order because there's 3 boxes, so just bear with me. Volume 10 of Golden Kamuy. This was one of the things that wasn't on sale, but I had the first 2 and I wanted to keep going, so I ended up getting 3 through 10. So here's 10, the rest are somewhere. Cool. And then something else that wasn't on sale was more B-Stars. I think I have volumes 1 through 3, and so I picked up what was in stock, which was 4, 8, 9, and 10. Let's see. Cool. So then I have volume 8 and volume 9 of Jujutsu Kaisen. Those were ones that I just, like, they were out of stock for a while and I never picked them up, so I was glad they came back in stock. And then, oh, here is Noragami volume 2, Laughing Under the Clouds volume 2, and volume 3. This was another cover buy. I picked up the first volume sometime last year and I still haven't read it. I know. Box 1, volume 2 of Solo Leveling, more Golden Kamuy. So I've got volume 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So then something that was on sale was the whole series of Children of the Whales up to 18. I'm not sure if volume 18 is the final volume, but that's what we're up to as of now. So I ended up picking up the rest now. Volume 2, 3. These covers are stunning. So this is supposed to be, I think, kind of sad. I mean, it seemed pretty sad from the first volume, but I think it gets sadder. So, yay. But yeah, the artwork is absolutely amazing. Volume 4. I mean, just look at the covers. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. So I am really excited to get into these and ooh, oh my. Yeah, so Children of the Whales. I forgot that I moved these back here to make space. And so that's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 of more Beastars. Yeah, we're currently at 1 hour and 15 minutes of this haul. I'm gonna hate editing this. For the last box, and that is, well, part of what that is the Golden Sheet Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 3. I kind of don't know what this is about, but it is by the same mangaka that did The God's Lie, Kaori Ozaki, and that was really great, like just a really great, amazing one-shot. So I just kind of want to read everything that she's done, even though I don't know what it's about. My Kaiji Volume 3 finally filled. I think I've had this on order since like September or October, and it just kept getting pushed back, so it's finally here. I ended up getting something that I've been wanting, and I still haven't read any of his work, but I still, in my gut, absolutely feel like Shujo Oshimi is going to be my favorite manga artist. And so I had to pick up the only series of his that I did not have, and that is Happiness. So there was a bundle going on, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just, the covers though, the covers. 8, 9, and 10. If you have made it this far, because I'm sure even after I edit it, it's still going to be crazy long. Thank you so much. This was my Christmas December haul. It was super amazing. I feel like there's a couple of something else's that I'm missing, but it might just be stuff that I have on order that got pushed back. I don't know. But yeah, I hope you guys had a great holiday, a great just time of the year if you don't celebrate any holidays. So here is to a new year, and to me, hopefully, reading more manga than I buy. That's the goal. Yeah. Anyway, senpai out.